Hey, what's up, Street Talks? Eric from the Eric from Street Photography blog. So, I want to share with you why I think film photography is better than digital photography, and this is a hashtag sponsored post brought to you from the good folks of Film Notes, your new guide to shooting film photography, figuring out why you want to shoot film, practical film shooting assignments, and also these really cool notebooks on like how to shoot film, how to push it, and it is just one of the dopest products that Cindy has actually made through Haptic Press, and just very practical notes on, and you know, like even little innovative things like keeping track of all your film notes and like putting a little star, so it's almost like the UI of shooting film but like on a smartphone. So anyways, buy film notes, go to Eric Kim Photography blog / shop, or just Google Eric Kim film notes and pick up a copy. It's dope as fudge icicles. So first of all, disclaimer, just because I think film photography, aka shooting with a film camera, is superior than digital photography, I still shoot both. So this is not a case to only shoot one or the other, but I'm just going to outline my facts on why I think digital photography is inferior to film photography. And once again, this is just in my opinion. I'm not right. And this is just my personal life story. So the reason why I like to shoot film is severalfold, and I think the reason why it's better. I think to be a human being is to slow down, to appreciate, and to savor moments. So I don't know about you, but sometimes I feel like my mind is running at like 500 miles an hour, and I'm always thinking of like a bajillion things. You know, all the all the 700 emails in my inbox that I feel like I need to respond to just financial stresses, because like no matter how much money you have, you're always gonna feel like you don't have enough. You know, just family drama. Just oftentimes I get nightmares about my dad, and the world is just like a frantic place. You know, people always driving super fast, and shooting film, to me, it's almost like my Zen therapy, where, you know, I can make a photograph and not feel immediately chimping to look at the images, and therefore I don't think that shooting film will necessarily make you a better photographer, but it'll perhaps make you a more appreciative photographer of the photo process. And the truth to be told, shooting film is a huge fucking pain in the ass. It's so much easier that I just shoot on the digital Ricoh, click, and I could instantly see the photos in real time, and it's way cheaper, and it's just more instant gratification. As you can see, I'm actually recording this video on an old iPad. And so once again, the reason that I think film photography is better is that it's not just making photos, it's about making peace in your soul when you're out shooting. And if you're, I don't know, if you're in tech and you're like answering a shitload of emails, WhatsApps, and all this stuff, it's just a nice time to slow down. The second reason I think film is better than digital is aesthetically it just looks way nicer. Let's not kid ourselves when we said that an unedited raw image, or even a raw image with the best VSCO preset or Eric Kim preset, will look good. We're always gonna, with digital photography, try to emulate the look of film. So for example, one preset that I love on VSCO on the mobile app is I think it's the A6 or the A3 preset, I often forget, but it's essentially just trying to emulate the look of Kodak Portra 400, which is, I think, by far the best color film probably ever made. Just great skin tones for the reds and the yellows. And even Fujifilm, their new digital cameras, all of them are just trying to use Fujifilm's history of film photography and make them look more like film photos. And so you can see often with digital photography, you're adding grain, you're adding noise, you're adding randomness. You're trying to make the photos look less clinical, less cold. And the reason why film photography will always look better than digital photography is that film photography is organic. It's kind of like this tree behind me. It's it's physical, it's real. When you shoot a roll of film and you have a roll of film, this is like a real physical thing that exists in reality. And even 300 years from now, you have a roll of developed film. You could hold it up to the sun and actually still see the images on the roll of film. Whereas imagine trying to recover any of your digital raw files. I even have, and hard drives always fail. Now we have the cloud and unlimited backup, whatever. The bigger issue is maybe even finding the photos. And because shooting film costs money, it's actually a benefit because before I make a photo, I actually just ask to myself, am I going to appreciate this moment or not? Whereas when I'm shooting on a smartphone, it's like, oh, almond milk cappuccino, click, and then you're just, I don't know, upload to Instagram or Facebook, and then what? You never really go back and look at it. And even when I look back at my library of photos, I've shot a lot of photos of Cindy and of my mom, and these are really meaningful photos to me. There's probably only maybe 5 photos of my mom and 10 photos of Cindy that I really, really cherish, and that brings such a warm feeling to my heart. And they're all shot on film. The thing with film is that it's light hitting film, and it's random, and the colors are actually not perfect. It's actually not true to life. But that's what gives it a sense of nostalgia, of memory, of feeling. And I think that therefore the aesthetic of film evokes more of a feeling. Even with digital photography, I try to always make my digital photos, I try to dirty up the images to make them look like film. But it's essentially a huge pain in the ass. It's just easier to just straight up shoot the film. The reason why I also think that film photography is superior to digital photography is sitting down with your future children, opening up an old photo album and having old printed photos shot on film. Anything I've shot on a smartphone and printed out, actually, to be frank, it looks like crap. Anything with film, it just has this warmth, this soul. And I remember when I was in Seoul a few months ago, I visited my grandma, and she sat down with me and she showed old photos of her when she was a kid, and she's like in her 80s. And then the photographs, faded in the edges, like this soft pastel sepia tone, even on the back of the prints. And regardless if you shoot film or digital, print your images because it's so much more meaningful. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is also I think film is actually, in the long term, actually much more affordable than digital. So digital photography, it seems a lot cheaper because you make a photo on a digital camera and you don't have to send it to the lab and get processed. So shooting film in the short run feels more painful because you're sending a lot of film in to get developed. Whereas digital photography, at best, a digital camera might last, what, 5-6 years? Most people I know upgrade every like 1 to 2 years. Even for me, and I'm a total gadget nut, I don't hold on to my laptop for longer than 2 or 3 years. I always constantly upgrade it. Whereas with this, I could actually own this, in theory, for the rest of my life. I got the film like MPUs for $3,500. Thank you, Bellamy Hunt from Japan Camera Hunter. This lens I got used from my buddy Todd for about $2,500 US. So once again, it's a very expensive setup, but a much better investment than a digital Leica brand new is like $7,000, and then 3 years from now it's gonna get outdated. And then even though the digital Leicas actually hold their value pretty decent compared to other digital cameras, like, you're just essentially pissing away money. It's like buying a brand new car. The second you drive it off the lot, let's say you buy a $50,000 car, drive it off the lot, you instantly lose like $15,000 worth of value. Or even a $30,000 car, you drive it off the lot, it's worth $20,000. And so my practical suggestion is, if you're going to buy a film camera, always buy obviously, right? Always buy everything new. Even with digital cameras, I would actually recommend buying used digital cameras because you could probably buy it at like 70% the cost, and it's going to depreciate anyways. In terms of best bang for the buck film cameras, I'd recommend Leica M6. Get it from JapanCameraHunter.com. You could probably get a used one for, in good condition, $1,500-$1,600. Once again, it's not cheap, but it's about the price of a new Fujifilm camera, so I think it's worth it. And the Voigtlander 35 f2.5 color Scopar, I think it's about like $500-$600. You could just buy that new, or just buy it used. Look for it online. And if you have a bunch of money, I think this setup is perfect. The black paint MP. The reason I bought this is I sold my M9 because of collecting dust, and I just love that it has this beautiful patina that might one day, and I did not fucking sandpaper that shit. So the more I use it and the more I chip it, the more character it has, and it's like having a nice pair of jeans with some wear marks in it. And also, when I'm making photos on a film camera, it's instantaneous. There's no buffer, and you click, and when you rewind the lever, it just feels like pure sex. And even when you're done shooting a roll and you're rewinding the film and putting new film, it actually gives you a second to pause and reflect and to have a sense of progress, because it feels good to finish one roll of film. You're like, oh, I finished a roll of film. That's progress. Whereas digital, it's like you can shoot 10,000 photos on an SD card, and it's like whatever. So once again, guys, this is just encouraging. If you've never shot film photography, it's not that complicated, to be frank. That's the biggest reason why Cindy and I made film notes. We just wanted to demystify the whole process, because people think that shooting film and everything with exposure is actually quite complicated, but I'm actually not a very technical photographer, so I try to make it super easy for everybody. And the easiest way to get into film photography is just to ask a friend. This is actually pretty cool, showing this pre-focusing thing. Asking your friend or asking your mom or looking in your cupboard for an old used film camera. Also good film cameras for a budget. You could probably get one for $100, like the film Canon AE1 is good. You could just get disposable film cameras at CVS or Long's, or I mean, I'm just speaking for America, I don't know the rest of the world. And yeah, just pick up a copy of film notes. It's only $20. It's a good investment, and it's just something that you could keep with you in your front pocket, in your back pocket. And also this bright electric red looks so fucking cool. And just imagine you have your film camera and the film notes by a wooden mahogany tabletop with your single origin espresso next to nice natural window lighting. You'll get so many likes on Instagram. No, please don't do it for that. But once again, all these sample street settings, and yeah, pick it up for yourself, pick up for a friend, anyone who's interested in film photography. And also the biggest reason why you should buy one is because every time Cindy sells one, she jumps up and down and she gets an email that one's been sold through the site. So she gets super excited, she puts me in a good mood, and Eric Kim in a good mood. With more espresso means that there's more of these free videos, blog posts, and words of encouragement for you guys. And yeah, ultimately, once again, I don't want to say never shoot digital, because I shoot both. You know, I like to shoot with I think the digital Ricoh GR2, it's about $600, the best digital camera as 2017 ever made. Don't buy a digital Leica, buy a film Leica. It's also way cooler. And just try to figure out what works well for your lifestyle. So once again, when I say digital film photography is better than film photography, the parentheses is for Eric Kim, obviously, and just don't listen to me. Just try it out for yourself. If you want to pick up camera film, check out camerafilmphoto.com. My buddy Vishal, passionate about film photography, and of course Japan Camera Hunter. He's the one holding it down for film photography. Also, like Kai-Man Wang, big ups to him for promoting film photography. He's got a great YouTube channel. Check him out. I think that's it for now, guys. So when in doubt, just shoot it and buy a copy of film notes. Buy one for you, buy one for you, buy one for your friends, buy one for everybody. All right, peace out.